Hello, it's Wushu. I got invited to the pre-beta, post-alpha, New World preview. New World is Amazon's newest MMO. It's keeps getting pushed back, unfortunately. This was recorded on the 25th, which was when it was supposed to release, August 25th, 2020. It did not release then, thanks to the old Rona. So here we have just me going through the menus, and I'll talk about a thing here and there just to give us some context on what's going on. So with New World, it looks heavily based in the olden days. Pirate ships, Spaniards invading, conquering. So a lot of this art style is pretty unique. The graphics look great. And I think, I'm not sure how I feel about the factions. So you can choose 3 factions, and depending on your choice and how your faction works, which is pure population based, as you can see, green and purple are dominating yellow. In the density test, it was all purple, had the whole map. Green looks like it's coming back, the Marauders. So I chose green, or the Marauders in this case, and then you can also join a company within your faction, which that's how you're able to invade other spaces and other cities that are controlled by different factions. It has to go through guilds. It's a whole thing, but once you do that, you can siege them. If you're successful in the attack, the city gets leveled down 1 point, and then you then own it until someone tries to invade you, or there's a PvE corrupted siege or invasion. In each city, you can level up your faction standing, or not even city, zone. And every time you level it up, you can choose a benefit like that. There are taxes, there are crafting taxes, there's all sorts of stuff in every city, and it's either levied by if your faction owns it, or if you're in an enemy faction area, it's a little higher. Doesn't really affect you in much. And of course, there's different levels in each faction, or each zone, sorry. Factions we'll get into a little bit later. It's really just who you stand with. It kind of forces the PvP aspect, and gives you some armor bonuses, which is sick too, not bad. So what I'm pointing out now are Corrupted Breaches. It's kind of like a mid-tier game. They start at level 25, and then tier 2 is 35, tier 3 is 45. Max level 60, I believe. Not bad. They were really fun. I used them a lot to level up and get gear. Pretty much you run in, kill a couple waves, kill the invasion breach. There might be a boss on one of the modes. There might not be. You might just have to kill it with the staff of, I think it's Azeroth, which you can get through your faction vendor, or you can do a very, very long quest line and get it that way. That will grant you faction coins or tokens, which are huge. A tier 1 chest and some rep with your zone. What we're looking at here is the talent trees, and they're weapon specific, which is huge. So Amazon's been pushing equip the weapons and play how you want to play, fill roles, because endgame there will be like sort of dungeons. They're called, what is it called, the arena, I believe. And you get a key, you can go to the arena with, I think, a group of 5, and you can kill a boss. So you'll need a healer, a tank, some DPS, however they want to forge it. So right now, Sword and Shield's really good. You can shield charge, defensive cooldowns, whirlwind, etc., etc. Hatchet seems to be the high-end close-range DPS. Just the attack speed's so fast. If you're solo, go Hatchet. I don't know if they're gonna have to fix it. You get a 20% heal after every kill with a hatchet. You hit so fast it actually stun locks them. PvE enemies. PvP, it's crazy. You can go berserk, run faster. You can be immune to damage for a while. You can be invulnerable for a while. Bows I didn't mess around with too much. There's a lot of disengagement and stuff there, and spread shot, AoE damage as well. Musket, there's like a trapping side, and there's a sharpshooter side for more damage. I recommend having at least 1 ranged weapon and 1 melee weapon on your character, and then higher levels you can carry 3 weapons on you. So I always had the life staff because I was able to blink, which helped me with my mobility running around because there's no mounts. And then I'd either run a sword and shield or a hatchet, mainly hatchet just for the self heals. Life staff, you can heal yourself as well if you spec it right. So that was one of the main deals, was the weapons with New World. The other one that they're trying to push is crafting. Crafting is kind of tricky, as in you can do it all out of the gate. So you don't have to choose a specialization, but you kind of have to choose a specialization, because if you try to do it all at once, you're either going to spend half your life obtaining materials, or you literally have no life. You're going to have to do it 24/7 in order to get everything maxed. And so say you want to be an armor crafter, grind it out, go all the way to the top. You can buy a house, put trophies in your house to give you bonus stuff. And you can craft. It's like a mix between create and craft. You can craft these suckers, which is uncommon, or common, uncommon, rare, epic. And I don't think you can craft the legendary stuff. And you can put different materials in there that'll give it different buffs. Like a glowy red sword will have 40% damage converted to fire damage, etc., etc. Your armor will have buffs on, it can absorb more slash damage, stuff like that. And I'd go all the way to the top, keep leveling it up. There's no cap, and you'll eventually be creating some top tier armor that you can trade for other things, like with a weaponsmith. What we're looking at now is the faction vendor. So Corruption's Bane is that staff that I was talking about. That will help you close the corrupted breaches, which will get you those faction tokens, which is how I have so many on the top right there. You can unlock the green gear at level 20 with your correct faction vendor, and you'll need a little bit of gold, I think a little bit of Azoth, which you use to fast travel and craft weapons with traits. Also a whole new deal we'll dive into crafting. And you'll need like 1,000 tokens to unlock it, and that'll unlock your first tier. And then it's like 35, 45, 55, I believe, for the next tiers. And a little more tokens and stuff to unlock it. So the green stuff's cool. It's a good entry level. I wouldn't recommend buying this armor whatsoever, or the weapons, because you out-level it very fast. You can get bins. My recommendation is buying potions with it. That way you always have fast, healing potions, defensive potions, and stuff like that. Right now in the background, this is a corrupted breach. Kill the waves, kill the heart, get your gear, move on with your life. As far as first impressions go with this game, it looks pretty promising. I mean, I did put 30 hours into it, which it's a long 30 hours. I crushed this game. A lot of AFK in there as well. But, as a solo, and it was all solo play. I didn't play with a group once whatsoever. So, let that be a testament to how fun it is. There's so many skills to level up. The inventory system is difficult at first with your encumbrance, but you'll figure it out eventually. Salvaging your armor and stuff instead of selling it is a huge deal. I love that. I think that's sweet, especially if they're going to focus on crafting so much. The combat seems pretty fun. PvP's a little clunky. PvE's alright. The ranges kind of mess up a little bit, and there's still a couple glitches they got to work out. The graphics are great. The movement's pretty great. Not having a mount really makes the world a lot larger, but then you're spending most of your time running around. So, take that for what you will. A lot of the questing, though, really grind. We've got the same stuff. Kill so many things, travel to here, collect this, go through chests, do, whatever. Collecting's pretty cool. Like, if you want an iron vein, you can go to a mine. There's iron veins everywhere. They're in the forest. And the encumbrance system is kind of tricky, especially if you carry water with you as a resource to make potions and stuff like that. It's really heavy and it sneaks up on you. So I think playing this game a little more, I'll figure out what I need to carry with me, what I can collect, what I can't collect. And it seems to be like if you're going to go out of the city, you want to go out on a mission. I collected everything and I was constantly fighting the encumbrance system. But, I mean, this game, so far, I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10 so far. How's that sound? Is that fair? What do you guys think? The only thing I hated is I had to run like an hour and a half just to find this oil. It's all on the south end of the map. That will get changed. It'll be in other places, but it's mostly in marshes. So by the time you're watching this, the beta will be out. Go to the marsh. This is what oil looks like. Do with that info what you will. But yeah, I stream on Twitch every Saturday morning. Sometimes during the weekday, sometimes Sundays. You never know. It's me. I work a regular job. So let me know. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See ya.